Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another World of Warships live stream, live here from Prague in the Czech Republic. It is a glorious Thursday, 9th of May, and it is really nice to see all of you again. I can see loads and loads of familiar faces on Twitch and YouTube, but I am not alone. I am, of course, joined by the one, the only. Where's my button?
By me, Mr. Crysantos. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you had a good week. We definitely had a good week because our week had yesterday a bank holiday, so we actually were able to, well, relax for one day. But now we're back, and yes, we're going to have some fun today. Our plan is super straightforward. We're going to check out PTS first because PTS, that's the public test server, 0.8.4 went live yesterday. And there's plenty of stuff coming with the next update, and we would like you to check it out because we will have a new map called Greece. We are going to have new effects in the port, which is basically dynamic weather. And don't worry, it's not going to put extra load on your port, so no fears there. And then we also have a new ranked season coming up, and we also have a few changes to CVs that we're going to introduce with 8.4, mostly designed to help DDs, because we're going to have initial spotting delay depending on the tier for the CVs up to 45 seconds. And we're going to make some changes to HE bombs, specifically to the dive bombers to not be able to hit DDs that easily, but still remain the same, keep the same efficiency against other classes. And some changes to the speed boost, basically unifying the speed boost and tuning it down a bit. And yeah, some other cool stuff, and we'll go check it out.
Yes. Should be exciting. No, that's fine. I saw somebody saying Czechia, not Czech Republic. Well, if you speak to Czech people, they'll mostly disagree with you. But technically, I guess it's correct. But I don't think.
I think it's one of these, like, theoretically or technically, someone decided you could call it Czechia, but nobody does. Like, no. I have
not even in Czechia.
A single person here so far who would call it Czechia.
No, zero.
So at least from real life experience, I would still call it Czech Republic, and that's what I do. Even Czechia sounds better because it's shorter, but still you get used to Czech Republic.
Exactly. We do have a Mr. Conway's never-ending smile, and thank you, Miklos. It's because I'm happy to be here again. I had an interesting week. Gone on a little bit of a road trip to a naval museum for some scouting. I'm not going to tell you which one, but maybe things happening in the future. And we have a really cool, special new small guest in the studio today.
We're only going to tease we're only going to show the.
You can't just show the tip. No, not just
the iceberg. It's only the tip of the iceberg. And I'm going to spoilers. It's not a red button. It's not a red button that you can just push and then this is the detonation button. It's not. It looks so bad, but maybe it wants to. No, we're going to tease you. We're not going to show it right away. We're going to show it later. I think you can guess. You can guess what this might be, and we'll see whether you get it right.
Oh God. No, we had a torpedo.
Raphael from YouTube says, "Hello from Santos City. Cheers to Crysantos." Hey man, happy. That's a very nice city name, I have to say. Very, very nice city name. Probably one of my favorite cities now with that name.
Dragonov says it's a small torpedo. Yes. Well, you're not wrong. Basically, we brought this because we have like a never-ending stream of samples coming to our office of torpedoes in different sizes, shapes, stiffness levels, and other aspects. It's quite funny because they keep piling up. So far, we don't know what we're going to do with them yet. But basically, this is our newest and latest prototype. Do we want to? Yes, come on. Okay, anyway, so this is what it looks like right now, right? I mean, obviously, in a full version, this would probably be actually attached.
Yes.
But let us know what you think. Is this something you would be happy about receiving if you visit us on a community event or winning in a contest? What do you think? Let us know.
Yes.
Totally not inappropriate.
What are you talking about? This is just a torpedo. It's just a torpedo. If you think it's anything else, shame on you.
And again,
shame on you.
We have our torpedo. We have the giant torpedo Torphelius. We do need a name for our little friend here, so we will take suggestions for the little torpedo's name in chat from now on. And Torpenas does not work. No.
Yes. Be creative. I mean, come on, guys. Here, give it a name. It's upright. It's actually
Dickens.
But it needs a first name too. We can go for it. It has the last name Dickens.
I like Dickens
Okay. But it needs
name.
a first name. It needs a proper first name that fits.
Top Neely's Jr. No, we can't do that.
No. And Torpnelius was already picked for the other one.
You can't go Charles Dickens either. That's too boring.
Be creative.
Torphallus Dickens III. Thor Dickens?
Keep it coming, guys.
Torpedo. I like Torpedo.
Harry Torp.
Torpedo.
Mario Sale is really into the Torpenos. I see that. Backloader.
Sigmund Freud Dickens.
Oh god.
Welcome to World of Warships. We're a
yes,
professional stream here.
Absolutely. You know us. We're full-time professionals.
Serious World of Warships related business here.
Exactly. With serious toys. Bam.
Like half the suggestions we definitely just cannot read out.
Yes.
Okay. So,
but I love that you edited. Fluffy Tachido. That's also a nice one.
But we chose Dickens, so I think
we started at Smash It. We never did. We only asked for a name. You said with your dirty thoughts.
I honestly think Sigmund Freud Dickens is.
It's a good one.
Yes.
Who came up with the idea with this Plüsch torpedo?
I like how do you not?
How
would you not?
First of all,
let me
I mean, I've seen a torpedo. God, sounds so wrong. Plushy torpedoes. Like I've seen several versions of that, and there's a lot of demand by the community, and we're desperately trying to figure out which torpedoes, right, we want to produce and we want to give to you guys. It's not that easy.
Community feedback, right?
Yeah, community feedback at work.
This is Torpnelius. Torpnelius was lovingly handcrafted by one of our community contributors, actually, and presented to us in Berlin. And you can see Torpnelius
has a stiffness problem. It comes with the size, but the but the small one, no problem. Absolutely stable. And this is Torpezus. Torpezus is a good
holds its shape a bit better.
Torpezus is, I think, the best compromise between the two worlds of too small or too big.
Yes.
So, I mean, this one, come on, has good size. But if you like this, I think they fit actually.
Yes. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but this is we can talk about this now, right? Because it has been publicly announced on someone's Facebook channel. It has been publicly announced on someone's Facebook. So there is a certain.
I won't fun police this today.
There is a certain German YouTuber who specializes in building launchers for a variety of things like saw blades and whatever. And his newest project, he is going to build us a plushy torpedo launcher. You heard that right? You heard it here first. And if you come to Gamescom and you're either lucky or unlucky, it might shoot a torpedo in your face. We'll see.
Well, we hope so.
Anyway, did we finally get a name?
No,
so I really did like.
Let's stick with Sigmund Freud Dickens.
Sigmund Freud Dickens? Okay, yeah. Sigmund Freud Dickens. You have to actually remember that. Chat, remind us if we forget.
Yes.
I present to you Sigmund Freud Dickens. There we go. Anyway, World of Warships.
That was the stream. Thank you, guys. It was really fun. Thanks for tuning in. No, of course, we're going to also play a bit. And that's
yes.
Actually, well, it's kind of work in progress.
It is work in progress. Yes, I left it there. It was on purpose.
Okay, we have this beautiful work in progress bar here. Yes, so update 0.8.4 public test. We're going to check it out, but something we wanted to highlight because we're really thankful for all of the guys who are helping us with testing on public test, because we know it's time you're not spending on the live server or doing something else, but helping us with testing. And for the next 3 public test sessions, we have a special summer season activity, I would call it, where if you manage to win 15 random battles in each of the update cycles, so 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, you will get a guaranteed premium tier 6 ship and some additional goodies.
That's pretty good. I think that is a very, very
Yes,
good reward.
yes.
So do take advantage of that, right? As you see, when you log into public test, you get a nice little info screen, and you'll actually see that we announced this as well. And if you click on Wish Missions and Rewards, once you log into public test, it will take you to an announcement where you can find all this out. But that's not for now. We want to join. Of course, update 0.8.4 is going to see phase 2 of the honor and glory competition. So you know the mechanics. There are going to be some slight changes, especially in rewards. But essentially, we're going to keep going with honor versus glory.
Indeed. But it's roughly the same setup as before. But you're not going to collect the allowance tokens. You're going to collect provision tokens, which then can be traded in for either a Murmansk, which is one of our oldest premium ships in the game, tier 5, basically Omaha clone that was sold to the Soviet Union. Very fun ship to play. And you can also get the new heroic commander.
Yes. So yeah, the interesting part is here when you go to Victory Part 2, you'll see Nikolai Kuznetsov, this handsome young gentleman here, can be obtained. We've got containers, which are fantastic as well. You can get premium account, or of course you can, camouflage. It's like so much stuff to get, which is nice.
Dr. Klopirat, 3 wins yesterday, did not count for the mission. Even though it might not be displayed, it should still count, but I will double check that. But we can easily pull that data, so don't worry about it. If you won on public test, it will be counted.
Yes. Actually, if there's a Wild Tucky watching, or anybody else from the World of Warships team, could we please have some provision tokens so we can go and take... I forgot about it. So we can go and take Kuznetsov out for a spin. Immediately.
And I see a question from Dr. Sonny in YouTube who's asking, tell me how my tier 8 DD can defend itself against an enemy tier 10 CV. So the thing is that we are implementing right here on the PTS, there are already several changes live that should help your situation in a DD. How to basically be able to dodge CV attacks. So first of all, the initial spotting is going to be delayed due to the way that the CV is going to be not able for the first, well, depending on the tier, 15, 30, or 45 seconds to be able to launch the squadrons. The engine boost is going to be slowed down so that the intervals between the spotting should be smaller as well. Actually, larger, sorry. And it's going to be significantly harder for the CV to hit you with HE dive bombs because we saw a lot of very, very large damage rolls from midways, for example, on DDs, and we just wanted to change that a bit and give DDs the option to basically avoid these attacks more if you're basically maneuvering in your DD properly. So it's going to be less easy. Okay, and can we have Halsey and Yamamoto out in the armory at some point? I mean, maybe Golden Eagle at some point, but right now I don't think so, because they're part of the collection. And I mean, never say never, but for now I think they're going to stay in the collection. But definitely you can see that Admiral Kuznetsov is a bit of a different design, because the achievement is triggered, let's say, easier than on Yamamoto or Halsey. And if that works out, there might be more commanders like this coming out in the future. I mean, we always use these things to test. And while Mr. Conway is going to set up his CV to show you a bit of the changes, so you can see them live at work, he's also going to change the battle mode to random battles. So we're going to play against actual players, right?
We are?
Yes, we are.
We are. Why don't we have any game sound, Crysantos, on the public test client?
Why do you have test sound? Or
why do we not have...
Because we have the background noise.
Yes, but we should also have game sound.
Okay. It should be turned on. Anyways, I see a question here. Is it correct you need to create a new Russian account for private test server? So it is correct that you need to create a new account, which is on the Russian portal. But that's super easy because that's basically just one-time account creation. Use the same email address as you have for your live server account. Just that we're able to sync up the rewards. So if you play on PTS, you do get also rewards for the live server. But in order for us to be able to, give you those prizes and basically be able to relate those two accounts that you have on the test server and the live server, you need to use the same email address. And then you can just basically claim this on our user bonus page. Can we have different ships out in the armory at some point? Absolutely, Golden Eagle. There's going to be a rotation or additions, rather.
Anyway, Vice Admiral Sikos, thank you very much for the invitation, but I'm going to be playing with Crysantos. If you want a division with us, if you send me a PM here, I will gladly invite you. But I actually want to show off these changes to CVs, so I'm going to go play the Shukaku for a game. Let me just finish equipping it, and we'll go test it out and see how it works.
Okay. Do you have new permanent campaigns in progress? There is no new campaign right now. The next update is also not going to have a new campaign because we're going to add a new collection with 8.4. So not in the very near future, but there's maybe in the near to midterm future. Do you have any CCs who focus on carrier gameplay? Would you recommend to learn from them? Absolutely. Love Lacebeer. For example, you can go watch Farasella. He's very good in CVs, both in the old ones and in the new ones. Who else is playing a lot of CVs right now?
I don't know about right now. Chat will probably have some
Yes.
recommendations. Yeah, Femininely, of course.
Yeah, Femininely, yeah, but she doesn't stream that often these days. So I guess your best chance is to go check out the others.
Crysantos, I really want to know what happened to my game sound, but I think we're going to have to live without it right now.
Okay.
It's very strange.
I blame you. Clearly.
I blame myself as well. But I couldn't check without getting rid of the promo screen that I wanted to show to people. So let's invite Vice Admiral Sikos, and I will also invite you. And let's go.
Yes.
Go actually test this.
Are there going to be some tier 9 or
click
tier
on the
10?
looking for division?
Yes. I'm looking for division. Are there going to be some tier 9 or tier 10 premiums for the German tech tier because the Soviet have multiple already despite not being as old? So there's definitely a good chance for that, but you will have to wait for proper announcements when we're ready to have such ships. But I mean, we would love to, and I'm sure that at some point there are going to be some.
Okay, shall we go? Do you want to accept the...
I'm not sure. Do I want to? Okay.
I think you do.
Old School Frankie, can you please tell your coworker that they play their own game more, especially the developers? So I don't know where this is coming from, but our developers play the game very, very often. You know what? Be my guest. Go to, for example, waterwarshipsnumbers.com. Go check out the Wargaming clan on the Russian server. They're a top tier clan. They play a lot of battles. And I know that we had a Q&A stream with one of our game designers. And when he was asked the question how much he plays the game, he said he's playing a lot on, for example, a private server to check out numbers, and he's working a lot with Excel numbers. But it doesn't mean that they don't play the game themselves. For example, that developer has over 6,000 battles with over 65% win rate. Our developers play the game a lot. They're very passionate about the game. So please don't think that we don't play the game, or as if we wouldn't care about the game's gameplay itself, and we wouldn't enjoy the game itself. We play a lot. We play as much as we can. If you take a look into our accounts, you will see that we have here one or two battles, maybe three.
Mostly look at his account.
But that's a misconception I will never understand, because our developers work a lot and they play a lot, and they do their very best to make the game as fun as possible. Have you thought about adding a mechanic to the game related to dropping the boat anchor? This is not Battleship the movie, even though I thought it's quite ridiculous.
God, it isn't Battleship the movie.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but like, I mean, as much as I like senseless action movies, as much as The Next Person and love naval things, that movie was just like, I mean.
Did you guys select Honor and Glory yet? Yes, I selected Team Honor.
Oh, I didn't actually.
Oh, you didn't? Yes, that's true. Maybe you want to be Team Glory.
No, I'm going to be Honor.
Okay. Okay, let me not bother with all of this. I'll just click ready.
Thank you.
I hope I have premium consumables. We'll see. We'll see.
At least
probably not.
Hey, come on! Like, at least we're queuing into a random battle.
That's true. That's at least step one. Are subs coming to the game? Is Wild Frankie asking? Maybe. We're still like. I know I've been saying this for the last few months because we tested them in the Halloween mode. And our developers basically, they tested how this works in a PV environment where the submarines are interacting basically only with surface ships. And now our developers are looking into how that could actually be turned into something that we could put into the regular game. But that's, as you can imagine, a very complicated task. And we also have the CV rework still ongoing. So, one step after the other.
There's a question from YouTube from a Melodic Randomizer who wants to know, if we can't get Kuznetsov now, will we be able to get him some way eventually? The answer is yes. You will be able to obtain him again in future. However, I cannot tell you when or how yet, but we are, of course, aware that Kuznetsov is quite a powerful captain and we don't want to lock new players out of him either. So in future, there'll be a way to get him. But if you want him now and in the next few updates, you're going to have to get him in 084.
Yes.
Iron Badger's asking, why are there sub-controls in the control menu? Well, we had submarines in Halloween mode. We might have them again, so we just haven't removed it.
Okay. Gneisenau says that's nice. The G in Gneisenau
is not silent.
It's not silent. But shout out to our colleague from the NA office in chat. Random question: will we get more ranked sprints? They're far less stressful, a lot more fun. Low tier ships are a blast. I hope so, Brian, and I think they worked out quite well. So I think we're going to see more, but I cannot make any promises because they're not going to be in the next update, but hopefully one of the future ones. But I absolutely like that as well. It was a cool thing to do.
Okay, so as you see, we are now in game, and I have a 30-second countdown to be able to launch my first plane. That's quite good. I mean, it also motivates every CV player to actually think about its positioning a little bit at the beginning of the game, maybe set some autopilot routing. But mostly it gives DDs a little bit of extra breathing room to start navigating for caps in the beginning, and also gives a little bit more breathing room to the enemy team to just, start their positioning without giving it away immediately. Once you are 30 seconds into the game, and then, the minute or so has passed, so I've flown over there and actually spotted the enemy, people are already at speed going in a certain direction, so it's less likely that they'll massively change after spotting.
Jack G is asking, hey, almost 10 years, many thousands of dollars invested in the game, thanks to the Warships. And the two things you've ever wanted were the Type 59 tank and a Missouri battleship. He's ripping his hair out. Please advise. There's sometimes the chance to get the Missouri as a rare drop in one of our special containers. But there's also the chance that Missouri might return at some point, even though it's unlikely at this point. But we'll have to see. Right now, the only advice I can give you is wait for the future, and hopefully it's going to be available to you at some point. Golden Eagle, can we have more coal? You want to get Jean Bart in Salem? Well, you can get coal on a daily basis by playing, for example, daily missions. Make sure to check out what other missions are available that give you coal as a reward. Sometimes you also do tests, like, for example, we did for the global matchmaking for client test, where we also handed out coal. Just make sure to pay attention to all of the things that are happening in the game. And there was another question, what's the point of having that delay to CVs when the average player will be even further from Allied AA? Well, that's just something where we're trying to do our best to give players the chance to, with situational awareness and proper gameplay knowledge and so on, to make the right decision, how to position themselves, for example. But we can do nothing about a player that is simply not paying attention to, for example, where the CVs are at, where the planes are at, where his team is at. These kind of aspects, a player has to think about them. What we're trying to do is give players a good framework to work within. And that, for example, the initial spotting is not ruining your initial approach to, for example, maybe even islands, not just caps. So there's some things we can really influence with the way we build the game, but then how players are using it, that's very hard to influence from our side. Will the same plane cooldown apply to operations? Very good question, Wolf, and I would have to check because I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, we still have to CVs and operations, at least from the AA side, they're still a bit far away. Actually, I just realized
terrible drop.
Crosshair is the wrong one.
Let's watch your gameplay because you have sound. I don't know.
You don't have any sound at all?
I have no sound.
Did you reinitialize your...
No. I don't have any. Yes. I mean.
Maybe double check your sound settings.
I did.
Okay.
I just have no idea. Probably have to restart the client. But since we're switching back to regular servers soon, I think we'll dispense with sound for the meantime.
Why are you?
Your sounds work. Sounds fine.
So that's what shouldn't happen. I'm sorry. It's also the CV not paying attention. But I will have to back up. So let's watch you until I'm unbeached here on that CV. Will the Wisconsin ever come in the future? Maybe, maybe not. About future ships, we cannot really make these kind of statements unless we can announce them. Brian is asking, I made a forum post about this, but will there ever be a realism mode where there's no situational awareness, maybe no captain specs, a lot of hidden UI items? I don't think so. I think that's simply not the kind of game that we want to build, because if you wanted to introduce more realism, you would have to change a lot of other aspects. So maybe in the far future, but I don't really see that happening in the midterm future. I just don't want you to, get your hopes up that this might be a thing very soon, because it's not. Okay, with higher tier operations, I don't think there will be any new operations in the foreseeable future. But we're definitely trying to get the CVs back into the operations. But first of all, we have to do some other things with the CV rework. Okay, let's change the view. That Donskoy might actually be reversing into his doom. Let's try. He keeps backing up, and I should be able to score a citadel here.
Wow, I just got the dirtiest citadel on the St. Louis by pure luck.
Then we'll see about this beautiful St. Louis. And yes, I kind of forgot. Oh no, the torpedoes here are going to push him away. Kind of forgot to put on premium consumables, but that's okay.
God damn it.
Brian, very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. And happy to answer your questions. Both CVs are coming for me.
Both CVs are coming for you. We've got a naughty St. Louis actually in firing range of us. That's not good.
Okay, let's use this and then...
Oof.
Going to keep angling against the Bismarck. If the Cleveland is clever, he's going to stay behind that island and use that island as cover. If not, then he'll come around the corner and I will punish him.
Oh, this St. Louis...
Midway. I was estimated numbers of updates before we have a stable meta. Really hard to say. But I think we're getting closer there.
Well, we are like a live online game with constant updates, so
Yeah, but I understand
like,
it. I mean, the impact of the updates and the rework is quite significant. But right now it's hard to say. Like, we can't give like a definite number of updates.
yeah, but I know what you mean. But I also want to point out that we don't necessarily want there to be like, you know, we like changing the meta and throwing the.
By the way, can you
apple
drop a
cart
fighter
around a
over
little
here?
bit. Right now, I need to kind of just save myself from this Frenchie.
I don't think I will survive this.
Once he's down, which he will be shortly. God damn it. Or not.
That was
Once he's dead,
bit too ballsy.
I'll be there. But he might actually get me before I get him. No, say it ain't so. Come on. My 2 heroic rocket planes, the only 2 I've got left. Come on. Ah!
Premium consumables would have been very helpful at this point. I hope he doesn't set me on fire, but of course he does.
And he's got a heal off. No! Crysantos, he's got. Oh, somebody killed him. Okay. All good, I've survived. Where do you need a fighter? In the center.
Well, near me. But I think it's gonna be too
late?
late. It's gonna be too late. And he dropped right at the edge.
That was a nice torpedo drop. A really nice torpedo drop.
Yeah, that's me dead.
Goodbye.
I blame Mr. Conway. Definitely not my fault with not equipping premium consumables or being slightly too pushy. But it's a great thing about PTS. You can be a bit ballsier and you can just have some fun and
it's never your fault.
roll in. Golden Eagle is very obsessed with Synop's nose.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cleveland, but you are.
The new currency type for the Victory Event Part 2 will be released with 8.4. That's the provision tokens. But you will still be able to trade in the allowance tokens until the end of update 8.4. Tip for playing Russian BBs: push, but not as far as Crysantos. No, that's fine. It's fine. Pushing that far up is okay, but definitely make sure to mount your premium consumables and take some additional flags. That's definitely helpful.
At least the repair flag.
I mean, playing against triple CVs is also kind of tricky on tier 8 because it's a lot of firepower coming from CVs if they focus you. But yeah, could you show the Hakuryu?
I think we could do it on the live server. I don't think there's really any. There's no specific change to the Hakuryu that's not present on the Shokaku here, so we can do it on live server.
Mm-hmm. Dynamo and Cherry Blossom will return at some point. Yes, Golden Eagle. But first we have to basically teach bot CVs to do the right things in those operations, and that'll take a bit of time.
Yeah,
because right now we're focusing on getting the gameplay right for the, let's say, vast majority of players, for co-op and for PvP and all of the other attached modes, and then we'll go for operations, just like a matter of priority. Say hi to Conway from Boris. Hi from Boris.
Hi Boris.
Please go and read Discord at some point. He misses you.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I've been very busy, and then this on Friday, Lord of Droid said, "Would you mind going to Germany on Monday?" So
Zero Divines by you. Awesome. Guess it gleaned from the bulletin. So with the new tokens, the full line will be researchable. No, I mean the full line will just be researchable. With the new tokens, what you're able to get is the new commander, Admiral Kuznetsov, and you will be able to get, for example, Murmansk, the tier 5 Russian cruiser, and of course your victory camos and so on. And you still have the chance to, for example, get the Soviet containers from the first part of the victory competition, and maybe get the drop for one of the missions to get one of the tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, or tier 8 Russian Tech Tree BBs. Welcome, Pyroman. Why CV into ranked now already when the balance isn't there yet? So the thing is that it's not like the CV balance is completely off the charts. We still have to do some fine tuning, but our developers are quite confident that with those changes that we are having right now on this PTS server, and please provide us some feedback when you play it, that we can give to our developers. That it should be okay. First of all, the maps that were chosen for ranked are actually the ones that should help with the way you play ranked versus CVs and vice versa. And then the impact on DDs with the changes that we're implementing should be way lower than it is right now. For example, with HE dive bombs. And then we'll see how it works out. And from that experience in ranked, we will also learn what else might need to be changed with CVs. So that's why we're having them. And please don't forget, we had CVs for 10 ranked seasons before. We only didn't have it for the last one. They were part, and CVs were able to spot before in ranked with several squadrons at the same time. That sometimes that's just something that people forget. So yes, CVs have a certain impact, and spotting is one of the aspects that makes a CV very important to the team. And we'll see how that fits basically with the new gameplay into ranked. Boris, maybe in the future. Are we moving to live server, or are we?
I think we can. We can move to live server. Please, guys, play PTS.
I just have to show Sigmund Freudekens, right? Freudekens is the name by now. Beautiful little fella. Let us know whether you would like to get, would you like, in some form or way, to be able to obtain one of these? That's my question to you.
Yes.
I hope the answer is yes.
Let us know.
I can convince people that we definitely need this.
Yes.
Torpedo looks so wrong.
It's the good thing is, right, the small one's definitely easier to store, because if you say hey, we'd like to buy 500 plushie torpedoes, and then they're like a meter long each, you run into the issue of where do you put them?
Statsblog is asking, does it need batteries? No.
I'm sure we could do one that has a vibrating effect to simulate the screws turning.
Mm-hmm.
I have sound again, but it's in Polish.
Polish sound is. I should probably actually.
I mean, the sound is in Polish, but the client is in Polish. I better should probably change the language.
Sure, it's a torpedo. Come on, what else would it be? Look at it. It's. Come on, here. It's a torpedo. You and your dirty thoughts.
Yes, dirty chat.
Are you guys watching Game of Thrones? I am. I'm a big fan. I read the books and still waiting for the other books to be released. But yes, I'm definitely watching it. But no spoilers, guys. This is a spoiler-free zone. Be nice, because otherwise you will go straight to spoiler hell.
Yes, also known as the land of permaban.
Yeah. Tia's asking, how do I get Soviet-era containers? There are two ways. Way number one is through the armory, and you can basically just use the tokens to get Soviet era containers. Or you can also, in the armory, you can buy the premium version of it, and get your additional tokens as well that you can use for example, getting the lasso, or maybe getting more containers if you didn't get all of the missions. Totally up to you. So yes, it's set to English, which is good. Europe, let's go. And
yay, I'm logged in. Fantastic.
Cool.
I have sound, but I have
great
music.
Success. Have we seen the Avengers Endgame? Yes, Dragonov. We watched it last week after the stream. We actually had the perfect. I just have to say, we had the perfect seats. IMAX.
The most amazing seats. It was like
good
seats.
experience.
I was in the center seat of the center aisle. Yes.
Bulgard, am I happy or sad with this season?
Sappy?
No. I don't know. I'm probably one of the few guys who liked episode 3. I liked the battle. I didn't mind the dark scenes. I thought it was actually a nice touch because I haven't seen anything like this before. Maybe the battle formations and so on were great, but overall, I don't know. It feels like one of the weaker seasons so far, but maybe the end is going to be glorious. So I'll see. I'll wait and see. but please no spoilers.
Yes, I have stopped watching a while ago. I want the books. At the point where the show passed the books, I was like, no, I want the book first.
Matthew, no, you're not banned. We probably just haven't seen your questions. If you ask a question again, I'll try to answer it.
You're not banned, just gameplay challenged.
Boris is asking, he has a feeling no one asked the Kitakami question today yet. So the answer to Kitakami is
42.
Mayhaps at some point in the future, but it's hard to get the ship into the game without breaking the game.
I have been told by devs that somewhere in Russia there exists a private World of Warships server within the closed World of Warships network where it is possible to play a Kitakami. But it was so secret they didn't let me look at it.
Takru, can you make bots a little bit less perfect, please? Saw one team killing the other a few days ago. You know, it's realistic. So I don't know. It happens. It happens sometimes, but it should be rare. Actually,
can I buy the torpedo in person in Prague? No, we generally have a policy.
Guys,
we don't sell these
can you
things.
tell me whether
free.
the sound in the background is really annoying for you? Because otherwise I will have to turn off the AC. Let's give it like
it always happens for 5 seconds. It's when the air conditioning system decides, it's too warm, so I'm going to compensate by pumping more warm air into the room
for 10 seconds.
For 10 seconds, I'm going to go quiet again. Anyway, gentlemen, if you want to play with us too, you can. I will gladly invite you. All you have to do is look for this name up here, Mr. Conway, in game. Send me a whisper, and I will invite you.
You're playing Lenin?
I'm playing Lenin. I want now that it's out, I want to give it a bit of love.
I played
up my street.
I played this ship all day yesterday, so I'm going to pick something else today.
Fantastic. Do that.
What am I going to take?
Two Brothers Bastion's epicenter when? Sotaku epicenter Bastion no, because
it doesn't exist anymore.
We don't have the mechanics in game anymore, but the Two Brothers epicenter, it's hopefully going to arrive.
Chris Cannon, are you guys only going to show the public test? No, we already moved back to the live server.
But if you want to see things on the public test, you can just download the public test client and log in and get rewards on your main client for testing the game.
Yes. Wow, evil friend, wow. Nomen is Omen, as always with you. There is an error with flags for Dreadnought and Fireproof. Can Wargaming resolve it? Unrock, please create a support ticket. Attach the proof for that, and then we'll take a look at it.
So, the question from Kieran, how long can we store an allowance token? Last time I asked the streamer, I was told until the date that's on the banner tooltip.
No. So you are able to receive those tokens until the end of the victory event part 1, which is with the end of the update. And then because you saw probably the dev diaries already for 8.4. And in 8.4, you're going to be able to get the provision tokens, not the allowance tokens. So basically, you stock up all of the provision tokens in 8.3. Then 8.4, you're going to start collecting a new currency.
Yes.
Are you aware that there is a bug in clan battles which makes players lose the division after a game ended? No, I haven't seen this yet. Mr. DC, can you please also just create a support ticket, attach a screenshot or replay where this is happening? Well, probably screenshots. Also, maybe the timestamp, roughly. And then you can also send me the ID of that ticket, and then I can follow up on it with my team, and we can see. Any idea of how many provision tokens the moments will go for? It should actually be in the PT client, because in the PT client, you also see the amount of provision tokens you need for Admiral Kuznetsov. I mean, the values might still change, because on PT we usually go for different values, but it should be something around that ballpark.
Yes. Popo Pirato asks, where's Tekane? I think he's just gone home.
I think so, yeah. Slacking.
Yes, slacker. Golden Eagle asks, how about we division up and go bash Euron's Iron Fleet? I think it's a good idea, but if you like, just send me a PM in-game and a whisper, and we'll gladly invite you. Dustin Spiegel asks, has Wargaming ever considered a destroyer rework? It seems so many nerfs are meant to balance the survival rate of destroyers. Maybe it's that class that's the problem. I mean, if you have a great suggestion on how to like revamp destroyers, send it our way. But I think destroyers, as they work. It's just that when new things come into the apple cart, sometimes we need to make some changes to them. Because destroyers obviously are supposed to suffer from some classes. And I don't know. I don't feel destroyers are in a terrible spot.
No,
you just need to know how to play them.
The thing is that, for example, with the BBAP, this is something that wasn't really a thing in the very early stages of the game, even though the mechanic was kind of there. But it just, over time became more and more apparent that these full penetrations are an issue. So we, like, whenever we see there's something that isn't working as intended, then we're going to fix it. And for example, with the DDs, yes, we are helping, for example, with survivability with the BBAP to a certain degree. That this kind of damage doesn't deal that extreme amount of damage. On the other hand, we're also trying to help other classes when we see that, for example, flooding is just so unproportionate when it comes to the amount of damage that it deals compared to, for example, to fire damage. That will always make players go repair that right away and doesn't really give them options. These kind of things we always try to keep in balance. So it's not really just tied to the class, but the overall game balance that we have.
Careful, you've got CV drop incoming.
Not me.
Ah, sorry. It's
I'm not the DD.
It's I'm confused. Sorry.
That's fine. We know that. Will Alchbeta from Czech come back to World of Warships? I would hope so, but I don't think, at least not in the near future. Wolf, is there any concern that older ships will become dated as more and more ships are added? I mean, there's always some kind of power creep, with the game moving on and, new things being added. But we try to buff ships, older ships, or adjust the balance in general when necessary. And we did this, for example, for a big amount of premium ships a few weeks back, or a few months back by now. I think we did it in February, right? In February we announced this. Mm-hmm. We also changed ships, for example, like the Izumo, for example, a ship that had not so great reputation. So we will always try to help ships. I'm detected, so that's the Fushun. Hopefully we can get some spotting here.
People are aiming at me. How dare they? Don't they know who I am?
Yeah. So it's not like we always look at stats, and that means that all of the stats for all of the ships. And if we need to help the ship, we will help that ship, but only if it's necessary. And if it's performing too strong, then we'll do something about that as well.
No giveaways today, says Iron Badger. No. We do giveaways for special occasions only. Today is just, I mean, it's always very special when we're here, but not special enough.
And hey, Twinch. We even buffed the Karlsruhe. Yes, we did. Found the Lenin.
It might still be the worst ship in game because, but I don't know.
It's not that bad anymore. And there is a smoke. What are you?
There's a Perth smoke. Ooh, there's a Perth.
This looks like a Perth smoke. But this flank looks rather dull, to be honest.
Well, there's that
much
running
damage
away Lenin
to be dealt here. I want that Lenin to shoot, and then I want to turn away.
What, you're going to turn around?
Well, I'm not going to push this. I'm only going to chase that.
So what am I doing here?
Oh, you can. Oh, okay, we can keep pushing. I might have made a big mistake.
I got myself in this amazing position. It's not that amazing, but I got myself in this position. So if you want to...
Yeah, okay. But we need someone to spot, because...
deep water torpedoes?
Yeah, it's the Fushun, like I said.
Perfect battleship
size gap. Like, we need the CV to spot here, or need to get one of the DDs. Actually, our Xinjiang would be nice if he could actually spot on our flank.
So what are we doing? Make a decision now.
Always a special day when World of Warships is on? Absolutely.
Crysantos, decision time.
Well, you should slowly back up a bit, and we need to wait for RDD to spot. I mean, he can push into the Perth, but he's still going to have torpedoes on you as well. So for now, I would say I'm still spotted after not shooting. Yes, so he must be right in front of us. I'll try to move up a bit. Oh, there's the Perth.
Yes, but he knows how to use the W, A, S, and D keys. I don't know. Should we just push him? Just standing here is probably going to get us quicker.
Right in front of me. The DD's right in front of me.
Okay. So at least we have a trajectory. Oh, hello, Fushun. No, come back. Yes. No. God damn it. Okay, Perth torpedoes.
Okay, there are these torpedoes. Nice. Okay. I wish to see.
So we have them all dodged, all good. Don't like that Lenin on the flank, but I'm gonna turn.
Yeah, but you are 2 Lenins. Just don't show too much broadside because the Lenin is really good for bow tanking. But as soon as you show
but I kind of have to show broadside to him because I'm gonna go. Well, no broadside because I have to go start tanking the other enemy group in the south.
How can you expect us to take you seriously when you still haven't removed WASD hex? I know, man. I know. But we're just that kind of evil people. Just that kind of evil people.
Damn it. I'm gonna get torpedoed as well. This is just gonna get torpedoes. Am I gonna eat both of them? Yes, I am.
Love to have some spotting here, because we would take out that Fushun so easily with a spot. CV's actually coming into spot. Be ready.
I'm not even in the same game anymore, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go brawl this hood.
There we go. Hello, friend. Oh, come on. That was a lucky shot. Well, I'm kind of dead here.
You are?
I was a little bit too greedy here.
This is not what I wanted to hear.
Well, if you're running to the other side, the Lenin is only going to deal with me. And I was trying to protect you from that Fushun. So with the next stray shell, I'm going to... At least the Lenin is pushing a lot. I like that. He will get a Turbo 53s playing the Russian babies as they're supposed to be played. Thing is that we're bothering so much with this side that we're kind of forgetting about the rest of the map. Which is bad, because we already lost 4 ships while chasing these guys. It was not a good tactical decision.
Yeah, damn it, I just can't get any good angles on this hood. Trying for some superstructure, not really being very successful. Oh god, I'm gonna be dead shortly.
What happened?
No, I just completely didn't pay attention to Kagero, and I think his corps are gonna be coming to visit me soon-ish.
Not what I wanted to hear, Mr. Conway. Not what I wanted to hear. Today's Victory Day. Yes, in certain parts of Europe. Yes.
Unless you're in Germany.
Well, in Czech Republic was yesterday.
I'm still alive.
Good. Are you going to what is haunting you? The Perth?
I don't know. I mean, there are lots of people aiming at me, but nobody's really shooting right now, so it's okay. I'm just trying to juggle who I'm tanking and trying to keep the enemy occupied while also getting harassed by the CV, unfortunately.
Crysantos not that good with map awareness, it seems. Conway? Well, you know, we're trying. I don't know, the initial setup of this map for us was a bit weird. And our DD didn't spot for us, and the CV didn't spot for us, so there was kind of like you can get easily sidetracked if you have to deal with the lone DD that is just, you know, launching torpedoes over and over again.
But I am pushing the enemy team away from caps. So I mean, these people that are tanking me right now and shooting me, like all of them are busy not contesting. So hopefully I'm at least contributing in that regard.
I hope that our team can actually now get some camps back. We're down 4 ships.
Just can't really do anything against the CV right now. Ow. Okay, I'm dead. Last shot. Was it worth? Not really. That's all she wrote for Mr. Conway.
I'm still cruising on 500 HP.
It's more than you need, right? No, that was not great. I didn't land that many shots either, unfortunately.
He's going to be out of my range.
So. I like the Linen though.
It's a fun ship, but it also requires you to be quite pushy, and I like that about a battleship. Okay, if he misses this salvo, he got me on the back. Well played by the enemy team. Well played by the enemy team.
GG.
Both, Twinch, both. And hey, El Corto, greetings from Greece. Check out our new Greek map that we have on public test. It's going to come to the live server soon. We'll have to try it again.
Yes, in a minute. Should we go for a tier 9? Somebody wanted to play Musashi, but I didn't get whispered.
We can play whatever. I'm happy to play whatever. So now that Neustrashimi is out, what will happen to the other 3 ships, which are Tegetov, Leone, Yahagi? Well, Marcus back. As soon as we have more info about these ships, we'll let you know. We usually try to find a good time where we can actually release them. Are you playing Kreml?
I'm gonna actually let's just do a game in the Kreml.
Okay.
Also,
I'm tempted to play the Clever.
Another shout out to the excellent Azure Lane port.
Yes, I really like that port, and it's fast. Okay, I will play Yoshino with my Sao commander. There we go.
Nice.
Why does the Greece map look nothing at all like Greece, though? I mean, I think it's based on the area around Santorini, and then of course we make changes to the map so that it fits the mood that it's supposed to get across, and you know the kind of gameplay requirements that we have.
Slingerdinger, when are the Russian battleships being released with the next update? Apart from the ones that have already been released, of course, now.
Yeah, and the Russian BBs are really great and funny. Yes, they are, Medox. They are fun. And what I like personally, because I'm not a big fan of battleships sitting in the back, they promote a very aggressive, dynamic gameplay. And that's something that I personally appreciate a lot.
Yoshino was confirmed to be an armory call ship, right? So I'm definitely saving up for her since I already enjoy Zuma. Yes. Cool, indeed. And Wolf2293 says Conway has map awareness. It's what's on it that eludes him.
Nice one. I like that one, Wolf.
I like that one too. But no, to explain my reasoning in the last game, I could have turned, but I thought I was better. I was more useful, like pushing those ships out of the game, because I was taking, there were several ships that had to run away from me. So I thought I was reasonably effective, but that kind of push requires that there's like, I guess, more of a team in the background that actually follows through to take caps and that kind of stuff.
Mr. Conway, can you show your shirt?
Can I show my shirt? Yes, but to be honest, it's not going to work very well because our light is out. So we had to fiddle with the green screen. So my yellow T-shirt is no longer. Look, you know what? No. I have an idea. We'll just have to turn off the green screen for a second. You can see what we really look like. Look at this, gentlemen. So this is what the T-shirt looks like.
Yes.
But I really preferred with the green screen, to be honest. Anyway, back to the game.
So...
God damn it, now I've just really not sailed where I wanted to sail. You're going south? Okay, I'm going to turn around to you.
Well, I mean, there's so much going to sea that I thought it would be good that someone would support B at least to a certain degree. Especially in the beginning, I like to stay on range with this ship and just do some initial annoying HE damage to battleships.
Yeah,
wear them down a bit
to push
and then
somewhere
see
more smart.
What else opens up. There's a Mato back there. Kaba. There we go. The name.
What's it called?
Herz aus Stahl, die reine Qual.
Why not?
Maybe Golden Eagle, maybe. I haven't played it yet. Well, I played it in training room because I needed to check something about the island on A. But I'll have to see. Come on. Yes, that's all 6.6k. I'll take that servo on Kaba any day.
Yeah, I did 3 as well on him with some overpens. He is going to be vacating that cap.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that our Shimmer is actually using his concealment advantage to deal with him. Just has to be a bit careful to not take too much damage, because obviously the Shimmer is going to be at disadvantage fighting Kaba. So far, so good. They already lost a battleship? How did they lose a Jean-Bart? In like 3 minutes.
Sounds like broadside to me. Should we push the center?
I think a DD got him.
Ooh, ow. That could have been worse. What's the plan?
Let's just push around B. I mean, you have to go a bit aggressive anyway. Get the Conqueror over there, the Booster, there's the Republic or Republique. Might actually launch some torpedoes. The Yamato is back there as well. I just need to be careful that I won't get focused down by these BB, because I basically have armor made out of paper.
Let's try a nice blind behind the island shot on the Worcester. Looks good, looking good, and oh yes, 36,000.
Nice.
Never sail broadside, even behind an island. It is not good for your health. Oh, there's a Fletcher here as well, though. That's going to be too much torpage for me to handle.
Torpage. That's a nice word. Okay, let's try to get that Booster out of the game.
I'm trying. Got one more pen on him. He's low. Now, team, can we focus on this ship, please? Or at least he's making it easy for us by keeping firing. I should have waited for him to be spotted again. please shoot the Worcester.
Trying to.
Oh, there come Fletcher Torps with a perfect battleship-sized gap.
Okay, Kaba actually went completely to the edge of the map.
By the way, that Conqueror is about to eat a bunch of torpedoes.
Sounds good.
Oh, that felt good. Sorry for that inappropriate noise, but that was a nice volley. Good friendly assist from the enemy Republic by blocking him. Oh, I sense a Conqueror broadside. Is he going to keep turning? I guess that's all I'm going to get. $14,000, that's alright. Why am I not repairing? Can somebody tell me why I haven't been repairing?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I am a noob, a giant noob. Fletcher down, nice. Okay, it's time to be aggressive now. I'm sorry, Henri, but sailing broadside while going slow is not a good recipe for success.
Oh, the shimmer is quite low. Let's try to get him.
That was shocking.
Oh, I got the shimmer, nice. Our Friedrich Grosse is not doing very intelligent things over there. We're leading by so much. Should be okay.
I'm very glad that the enemy Republic is not really doing a good job aiming, but neither am I. What one?
Okay, I'm going to Calais. If nobody else wants to do it. Enemy team's evaporating.
I'm evaporating slowly but surely.
I just wanted to show this off. Could already see that that's going to be a citadel.
Oh, that's it already.
Game is over.
Nice.
Nice battle.
GG.
Someone is excited about his kills? Always. What happened to the 15-kilometer BBCV only radar gimmick? It was too gimmicky. That's the answer.
Yeah, and then if you encountered an enemy team in a cyclone,
Yeah.
the balance, gods of balance were crying.
Ruby's asking, what about the Dasha commanders? Will they be coming back anytime? I'm sure they're going to be back at some point, but I can't tell you when. Oh, chef. Oh, we nice.
Yes,
Good job,
we
good
did.
job.
We topped the
Even though it
board.
was quite passive. Chef is wondering, would it be difficult to be able to have clan tags on ship's camo somehow? Yes, it's tricky. It's difficult. We would love to have that. I would always love to see, for example, individual ship names that you could put on the camo, but it's very tricky because we would have to rework the entire way the system works, and that's going to cost a lot of time.
Crysantos. Oh, actually, chat. chat. What ship would you like us to play? Oh god damn it! I just forgot. I just remembered. We wanted to install the ship voting extension on Twitch.
Yes. Ah, damn. We have to do it again.
I forgot. My apologies to Rukenchi if he's watching. So there is a. I don't know if you guys know, but there is a cool extension made by one of the members of the community, Rukenchia.
But is it still online? Because I think he took it offline.
Yes, and then he put it back on.
Ah, perfect, cool. I just want to make sure we're not telling you guys to install an extension that's going to work.
Yes, so if you do stream on Twitch, you can install this extension and you can have viewers vote on the ships to play, which we shall do for the next stream, but I was too busy today to get it set up. Damn it.
Wime, where are the super containers? It's been months since you got one. Are they disabled? No, they're not disabled. You just got unlucky. So, I don't know. I haven't had one in like 6 weeks either. So, it's basically, it's RNGesus. Pray to RNGesus, he might give you one. What do we see? Sumo, Nachi, Nelson, Stalingrad, Kleber. What else do we have? And Dane. Ochotnik and Krasny Krim, double Mikasa, Pobeda. Pobeda also sounds nice. We could play Ochotnik and Krasny Krim because we haven't played them.
Dibs on Ochotnik.
Okay. Like I don't mind. I haven't played this ship in a while. Krasny Krim.
Ochotnik. Hello. Let me just check that. I haven't pulled a Conway.
So,
guys, if you don't have an Ochotnik, it is worth investing into an Ochotnik.
Yes, it's a super fun ship.
It's just so much fun.
It looks so silly. I'm sorry to say this. Like, I'm sure some people will be triggered by this, but it looks like someone took a DD, right? It's like you know, like this Torp. Huh? You take this Torp and you say, like, you know what would be cool? If you could have more turrets on that. What are we going to do? Let's just add a few meters at the end.
Yeah, it's like someone built a TD and then just like selected a section of it and just copy-pasted it a couple of times. We'll just make it longer.
But it's super fun to play. If you get close to a cruiser, you can absolutely obliterate him with AP on the broadside. And the torpedoes are also amazing to nuke whatever's going to be there. Also, this is not work in progress anymore. Absolutely right. And wait, actually, let me double check. Do I have consumables? Yes. Do I have a camo? Yes. Do I have signal flags? Yes, it looks like it.
How many gun turrets would you like on your new destroyer class? Yes.
Exactly. So we still have one slot open, guys. If you want to join us on tier 5, come jump in.
This is a torpedo? Yes, of course this is a torpedo. What else would this be if not a torpedo?
Yes. And this torpedo has a special name by now. It's Sigmund Freud Dickens.
I think, yes.
It's not Krasny Krim, it's the Krispy Kreme. That's definitely one of the community names for that ship. Okay, wanna jump into battle? Papa-san is joining us. Cool. Who designed this torpedo? Torpedo designer 0174.
I mean, like, the proportions are more or less correct. Honestly, it should be a bit slimmer, I think, or a bit longer, one of the two, to have the proportions correct.
I like it the way it is. I mean, if we compared it, hold it, please. I mean, proportion-wise, right? So so we have this one, right? So this one, come on, it's not really big debates about whether this looks like a torpedo, right? Looks very torpedo-ish. So now the other one next to it. So I'll do it this way. Okay, now you turn it. Okay, so we have this, and I think proportion-wise, it looks kind of okay.
I don't think anything about this looks okay. We're gonna get fired.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just take it. It's fine.
Yes.
So,
I don't
professional
know.
streams.
Let's go back. The small one I like, and it's it's quite good for throwing. It's quite aerodynamic as well. I don't know. The little one looks like a suppository. Well, maybe one that's supposed to go very far up. Oh God. So, lesson number 1, Ochotnik, push the speed boost button.
CV Hawkeye saying, is this PTS on live? Title is misleading. We're doing both. We started off with PTS, and this is now live server. So I'm going to check out whether I can find an island to hide behind. I think if we sell this, we should sell it with batteries, just for the fun of it. Because I saw this question like 7 times or something.
Please tell me that's being sold in an adult-only store.
Come on. It's not that... I don't know. It's not that bad.
I really don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. But we can look into the proportions to make
no,
sure that
I think it's actually fine. Like the only thing we wanted to make the fins at the back a bit bigger.
That's true. The fins should be bigger.
But you know, like we just have to make sure that they're not also. Yeah, it's a tricky shape. It's a tricky shape, as Austin Powers has taught us.
So what do we have? Actually, quite good matchmaking. And what's my range? What?
Sorry, Terry Cogs. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to approve that message. I'm not. But yes, definitely. Yes. I think we've been talking about nothing else for at least 10 minutes today. Yes.
Would you agree that the Ochotnik is the breadstick of doom? Let's call it baguette of doom. Russian baguette of doom. That's fine. But it definitely is. I also love that there's a clan out there called Klaus. Not sure whether they're German. Not sure. Not 100% sure. Only 99.5.
Earn at least 2 set on fire mission ribbons. I think we may be able to do that.
I need to earn 4. So HE it is.
Whoa, there's going to be an enemy right here.
Yes, please spot. Couldn't resist. I understand.
But
it's not a vibrating torpedo. Torpedoes don't vibrate, guys.
God damn it, it's an Acasta. He's not coming. He's not taking the bait. He's ready to run away.
There's already a devastating strike on the enemy. What was it? Akatsuki. There's a little bit too greedy there. Little itsy bitsy bit too.
I think I might be
too greedy as well.
Yes.
But he got him back. Nice. They basically committed a ritual suicide there.
I think I'm gonna have to go do it. See, there were the.
I'll try to help you. I mean, those torpedoes aren't going to hit anything.
How many torpedoes should we launch, sir? Yes.
And hey, Grumpy Beard, how's it going? All good, man. All good. Can't really complain. You know, bad people are always doing well.
Time for the Alpha Strike.
No. What is coming there? Ismail double combo. Retreat.
Are we gonna hit any torpedoes? Of course.
Nice.
Do not mess with Ochotnik. Like, honestly, don't mess with Ochotnik. It'll absolutely take your day and shit all over it. If you let it get close, like the torpedoes are so far. They don't have much range, but you are not going to be outrunning these torpedoes. And
so these 3 battleships.
It's 130 millimeter guns.
Omaha. Okay, let's reverse and deal with that Omaha.
It's time to set some fires on reversing battleships.
Okay, I want to see whether this is going to work. He's completely broadsided, not aware of my presence. Hello, it's me, Mr. Citatello. You should like this move in general is not good on this map.
What, sailing broadside to like a cruiser?
Well, no, but I mean just going 2 brothers straight through the middle in the cruiser to. Hi. Oh, there's a DD with him. Okay. That must be the Farragut. Okay. We'll showcase your gameplay in the meantime.
Super exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. These battleships could easily push, but they don't want to, apparently. Try arguing that with Flambus. Yeah, but it's not Flambus who's recommending that. It's Hans. But I'll talk to Hans. I'll have a word with him. The thing is that pushing through the middle can work. It
At
can
the
work,
end of the game.
But not in the beginning of the game, because there's always going to be something that's going to counter you around that area. So you would need to do this like later on. then it's okay. Then it can work. It has at least a chance of working. But usually, like most of the time, when I see this happening, it's not a happy ending. If you rush with 3 große Kurfürst, worked for you multiple times. Well, I mean, three battleships like Kurfürst definitely do have pushing power. But if there's something evil awaiting you there, then even that might not be enough pushing power. Okay, I'm going to recap C and then. Oh, hello.
I'm going to sail closer to these battleships, smoke up, and shoot them.
Okay.
Is it machine washable or hand washable only? I think it's hand wash only, and definitely needs to be polished regularly, just like in here.
Yeah. Oh, what's in there? There's something else in here. I need to be careful. It's a great aim. Must be the Emerald? No, it can't be the Emerald. Must be the Hanke.
Time to smoke up.
How did I miss that salvo? I am not sure.
Yeah, Ochotnik is more fun when you're jousting. That's when it shines. But I got my 2 fires. Mission accomplished.
I'll deal with this little guy later on. First things first. Come here, Farragut. You wanted to.
That looked painful.
There we go. Okay.
I think that this dishonorable behavior needs to be punished. It's time to engage ramming speed.
Yeah, it's the Huanghe. Huanghe is actually a ship that is usually a little bit underestimated, but doing quite well.
I'm gonna push through the middle and then ambush the people.
The Exeter here of Papasan should be able to absolutely nuke that Huanghe, because the Exeter has big guns. And is he going to? He's showing full broadside. Come on, dude. You want to turn away. You want to go for my AP, not for his AP.
Need to steal the kill. Oh, it's too slow.
I'm waiting for him to make that mistake. He's not making that mistake, so let's switch to HE. Okay, I think he's making the mistake now. Yup, there we go. Hope the angle is going to be good enough. Ah, not good enough. Now we're going to be fine. Nice get off speed, got him. Enemy team a little bit too passive here with the BBs. I mean, we also had 4 BBs on this side, so good job to this flank that they actually managed to hold that long. And we did a good job here just making sure that these guys are going to be punished for pushing like that. Oh, that's an October Revolution.
I shouldn't have shot that guy. I wasted too many hit points on that Ismail.
These are immediately on me. I think I'll need to turn out of this if I get the time. If they allow me to do this. How's it going? Let's show you. Or do you have nothing crazy happening over there?
No, I'm gonna cap and then I'm gonna come rush those battleships.
Okay. I'll just try to annoy the hell out of that October Revolution. Actually, it's an emerald. Anything can pen an emerald, so let's see whether we can get citadels. Shell speed isn't that great.
Exeter has smoke and torpedoes, right?
Exeter was?
Has smoke and torpedoes, right?
No smoke, but torpedoes. It's basically, it's like a Furutaka.
Oh, okay.
I think the Britannia should be fine against the Emerald. I'll help Papa-san.
Well, October Revolution has got torpedoes incoming for sure, but Papa-san's going to have a lot of AP coming his way shortly.
October Revolution's actually quite hard to deal with on tier 5. But you can wear them down. But they don't really take a lot of superstructure damage.
Okay, he's fired. That means he has to reload for 30 seconds, which means he is in my envelope of death.
Oh, yes. Do it. Oh, I still need one ribbon. One set on fire ribbon. Emerald actually topped our Britannia. Good thing is I have a lot of guns, so I can just turn and keep shooting. He looks kinda dead to your torpedoes. Why don't you show...
Oh. Thank you. Goodbye. I didn't even fire. I kept one lot of torpedoes, but these things are just so fast. There's no way in hell a battleship is dodging them.
Okay. Good stuff, good stuff.
But now, oh god, I should have stayed in my smoke. Because the Königsberg is going to wreck my day.
I would like to get a fire, so I can get my personal mission here.
Uh-oh, Königsberg.
Please burn Königsberg for the mission. Come on, let's do it. Don't turn away. You don't want to turn away. Come on. You want to burn. I don't think we'll be able to set him on fire on time. Or, if the belief is strong, let's go. Oh, 4 hits, no fire. Seal clubbing? Well, we're playing a Krasny Krim and a Hotnik.
And I blame chat. They asked for it. You asked for it.
So I think we're fine. I think we're fine when it comes to seal clubbing. Oh, he simply won't burn. Maybe the Emerald wants to burn.
I got 4 fires. I got mine and yours.
I need a 4th. There's too much AP to be shot here. Too much AP. So much juicy targets. I think this game is gonna be over very soon. There's the fire. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, the game can end now. I'm fine. Yeah, I think we did a good job. I mean, obviously in a ship like the Krasny Krim, you have to play a bit carefully. But there will always be some opportunity to make that ship work
Shenanigans?
properly.
God damn it.
GG, Mr. Conway. And Book BUC fan. I'm sorry, I probably completely slaughtered your name. Really love playing this game. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated to also read positive feedback. Ladendel. So, how much more are we going to rework the CVs? Well, as much as we need to. That's the honest answer. But I think we're not that far away. The current changes that we're doing are actually not that huge in terms of gameplay change, and we'll see how they're going to work out. But that's why I want you to test it on the PT, and then we can take a look at your feedback and take a look at the stats and see how well the changes are working.
A little bit of a shout out, guys. There is currently a free XP conversion discount going on. If you hadn't noticed yet, you can convert 1 gold to 35 free XP. I'm actually running out of gold, which is doubloons, which is depressing. But I'm gonna bank up a bit more for XP.
So I just wanted to highlight this, that we actually managed to be the top XP ships in this game.
Yes, of course.
Krasny Krim OP. Maybe we need to nerf it, guys. I'm sorry, it's too strong. So, what are we going to play next, guys?
We're playing with
some
Dragonov,
ITs?
apparently. So it depends.
He is like tier 8, right?
I don't know. Like, we've been badgering him to get something higher for a while. I don't know if this has worked or not.
Yeah, I think I'm fine when it comes to free XP.
Dragunov, go, go, go. By the way, that Dragunov is one of our if you don't know him, he's one of our awesome community members who always turns up to our offline events and usually brings a little present for the Wargaming team. And he brought some jerky and it was very nice. It still is very nice.
And hey, Crepe, Tambour, Jorguai.
Yeah. WTF dude is asking, are you guys going to offer refunds for your premium CVs? Because Graf Zeppelin's feature was speed and you're going to nerf that. So we're not nerfing Graf Zeppelin specifically. We are actually giving Graf Zeppelin a few small buffs. We are making an overall change to aircraft carrier mechanics and how the consumable works for all carriers, which means that Graf Zeppelin very much still has that speed advantage towards the other carriers because the base speed of Graf Zeppelin is what's higher. Exactly. We did say we weren't going to do any specific nerfs of these ships, and we are actually giving it some love as well with a buff. But that doesn't mean that we can, like if we need to make a global game mechanic change, like we did with smoke changes in the past, for instance, or now with this consumable change, then it is always going to affect all of the ships. There's nothing we can do about that. But I think Graf Zeppelin is still going to retain its speed advantage.
Käsekuchen. The first thing I see after tuning in is Crysantos doing well. The Krasny Krim. What twisted parallel universe is this? Yeah, it's like in the Enterprise TV series where you usually have like 1 or 2 fun episodes where you're in the other universe, in the dark one.
So he's still busy in a battle. So shall we play a different?
Sure, chat. Let us know what you want to see. Maybe give us a tier or a ship or a class, and we'll try to fulfill your wishes. Tier 10 DD, Atlanta, Izumo. I see Wild Frankie's a big fan of the Izumo. He already suggested it the last time. Could there be a mode where one tier 10 ship faces waves of bots in tier 1? I mean, theoretically, yes, but I think that's just like a turkey shoot.
Yeah, and it's also not going to be that much fun because it sounds fun when you think about it, but then you realize that those little ships have a fire chance. And ultimately, if you play something big, like you're just going to slowly burn down and you're going to struggle mostly with reload time to kill them. We've done events like this in training rooms. We've had like 1 Yamato versus, like 12 Orlans or something. And surprisingly, the Yamato doesn't always win. It's
okay, I saw 2 requests for Pobeda or Slava, or Pabida, sorry. Mr. Lord of Droid is going to kill me for pronouncing it Pobeda, but it's Pabida apparently. Yes, I can play that. Also, I see a question about the legendary module for Harugumo. So the thing is that legendary upgrades are not supposed to be released with the ship. We're going to add them later on to give that ship an additional option, so to say. When that's going to happen, I cannot say it. Shouldn't be very soon, so you'll have to wait a bit.
It also means we need to wait a little bit for the meta to settle down a bit, for the statistics to settle down, for enough players to have the ship so we can see how it's doing statistically, so we don't, do something and then make a ship too strong.
And then once again, I need to highlight this. So this ship is still work in progress, so it's not final yet. We're testing it right now, so there are probably going to be changes to this ship. This is the Slava, which is basically like a second researchable tier 10 Soviet battleship. It's more of a long-range fighter because it has really good accuracy on long range and more range than, for example, the average Soviet battleship. But on the downside, you have this citadel here and the deck armor of only 32 millimeters, so you're very susceptible to HE and IFHE damage. So that's basically the unique. Yep. The unique points for this ship.
I see some comments that Pabida needs to be reworked on YouTube from Dynomra, and it is very possible. It is that's
why we're highlighting that this is a test. I mean, this is the overall concept for now, and we'll definitely do some tweaking. How the tweaking is going to look like, I cannot say yet.
Yeah, and if we, it takes some time for us to gather the statistics on the ships and see how it works. That's why we encourage our testers to play them a lot, and then we'll have a look at it, and then we'll make tweaks and things where needed. But it's not going to be released with the main battleship branch, so you're not going to be seeing it in update 084. So there's plenty of time still for testing of Pabida.
Yeah, and I see a comment from Docsnake where he says, well, in the article where we're selling the Graf Zeppelin, it says that the speed boost is double than the normal one. So since this is like a class-wide change, I understand where your frustration is coming from. let's do it this way. Like we're going to test this, and we're going to see how it's going to affect Graf Zeppelin in particular. And if we see the need to nerf, to buff the Graf Zeppelin to be able to, still fulfill that role, then we'll do that. But let's test it for now how it is, because we want to have that as a class-wide change, a unification of all of the consumables, and then we'll see.
Where would you like us to go?
Moin, ihr Süßwassermatrosen. Hey, Todesrohr, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing, man? Flamu made a video on it. Please take a look. We do take a look at the videos of our CCs. We also ask our CCs to fill out surveys where they basically can provide their feedback directly in all of the categories about the ship, so that we get a good overview of basically how the CCs and their communities take a look at the ship. And the same thing is true for the stats that we get. And for example, even we as employees, we provide feedback on the ships and how they're playing. And then our developers take a look at stats, at the feedback that was provided, and then they make additional changes.
Wow, nice. No one wants to go into the ring.
The thing is that if I would be a Kreml, I wouldn't mind.
Yes.
But this ship, I played this ship, like the first 2 or 3 matches, I played it more like the Kreml. And that means I was very ballsy with it. And that was punished. So in the beginning, I played a bit more on range, giving myself the option to pick my targets and decide whether I want to push in or not.
Oh, wait. How do I have tier non-premium consumables on the Henri?
Let's show this.
No, let's not show it. How is this?
Because, this is a classic MrConway. The thing is that by now we have several pulling MrConways. It can be either playing co-op. It can be playing without premium consumables, even though this is something that happens to me quite often with new ships as well, because you just forget that, damn, I did not mount premium consumables on the ship. It can happen. It can happen. 10 out of 10 Mr. Cowboy. Absolutely, Sherman. Absolutely. But we love him for that, don't we?
Trying to give our daring a bit of air support here.
Tang question: the XP that we grind on tier 10 CVs, will it be considered for a legendary module, or we have to start from scratch? You would probably have to start from scratch, just like any other ship had to when this was introduced. Is it only the Shimmer here? I'm not so sure. I might be overcommitting. Nice, I got 3 hits into him. That's 4k. CV is going to haunt that DD. I don't really see anything else spotting me. I think the enemy team is lemming training towards D. Now I'm properly spotted.
But please remind me after this game to change it, because I've been playing the Henri only a few times. I've only played it a few times now. I really want to like it. And it's always been a bit shit for me, and I kind of feel I know why now.
Well, especially in tier 10, premium consumables are very, 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 very helpful.
You don't say.
Yes. I mean, I thought I'll play Captain Obvious here. Just help you. Oof, that was a Citadel. Yeah, this ship is very accurate on range if you know how to aim. It's very rewarding. My opinion is a bit too much on range. I would like to see less range on this ship. And this Bismarck is running away, apparently.
Well, if I was a Bismarck and I saw Palmeda, I would run away too.
Map. Okay, I might actually go and push through the ring.
Okay, well, if we're all pushing, I'm going to also push the Split Beast button, and we'll push the Shimmer off.
HMC is Tang. Do you play on the NA server on your stream? No, so we are the European team. We're sitting in Prague. There are also sometimes NA streams from the NA office, more for events. And for example, Mr. Gneisenau, who's in chat, is actually one of our NA bros from the NA office. Are you fine with those torps?
I tried, but...
Okay, well, the enemy team is pushing really hard. Well, not really pushing really hard on the other flank, but they're definitely moving all of their forces over there.
So what you're saying is they're pushing really hard on that flank?
Really love to see Käsekuchen saying, really love to see a low tier operation at some point just to sail out those low tier ships without clapping seals. For example, historical operation. I mean, it's possible for the future, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Where are these torpedoes coming from?
Midway.
Ah, okay. Because I didn't see any planes.
but I have them dodged because he dropped far too far away. But he would have lost most of his planes otherwise. Anyway.
Island, please go away.
Am I beaching? I am beaching. Well, let's commit to it. Wow, I just did. I have done 561 damage.
All you need. Up until now. To secure this flank. I would really love to punish these Moskvas. There is a second Moscow over there. But I don't think we'll be able to get it. Enemy team running away, always fun. I like, for me, this is something I will never understand. Why some players would abandon an entire flank, because it only gives our team the opportunity to box them in, because now we can push from two flanks. Unless we're too pushy, that's giving the advantage to us, not to the enemy team. Ding, 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 ding. What is the funniest moment for World of Warships for you? Usually when we kind of fuck up. It's usually the moment where I have to laugh the most. When you realize that I just did that.
For me, it's detonations.
Like proper fun in the game. I mean, I love when I get to basically dominate a battle, or for example hold a flank by myself and know that we're winning this battle because of me. That's usually what I really like to have. It's like being able to outskill other players. That's for me something that I really like, because of game knowledge and just good positioning, good aiming and so on, to be able to carry and to win, for example 1v1 against another good player. That's something that I really like. At least for me, that's fun moments in Warships. And there's a Moskva. Fully broadsided.
It's time to prepare the reload booster.
Okay, I just need to check how the salvo is going. Oh no, he's turning.
Oh, why is he not spotted anymore?
Well, I'll still take that citadel.
God damn it, now I can't shoot him anymore.
Who did you want to shoot?
The Moskva. He got unspotted in just the wrong moment. Or the right moment for him, I guess. And Vladivostok might annihilate me here.
I'll try to annihilate
Almost.
him. Not sure. Salvo doesn't look that juicy. Well, I'll take that citadel. And with the amount of broadsides that we see here, I would love to have a faster reload. Please stay like this.
No, I'm dead.
No, Mr. Conway!
I screwed up. That was a completely potato push. I wasted my reload booster and I showed broadside to the Moskvas. Yeah. That was really bad.
Okay, now we're going to get spammed.
I could have punished them if I'd been a little bit better on the ball.
Would be good if
firing
this
earlier.
could be focused. I'll try to actually punish that assailant.
Well, the Moskva is going to be eating some nice torps as well.
Just going to accelerate out of this. I think I aimed slightly too high. Yeah. This one looks better though. Yep. Let's get that Moscow out of the game. I don't know, like I don't understand why people would not focus this Moscow instead of firing on that one. Because you always want to get that DPM from the enemy out of the game. You know, for me there is no kill stealing, because it's about, making sure that the enemy does not get the opportunity to fire another time.
Or push the repair button. Or get unspotted. Or one of the other myriad of ways you can survive with 500 hit points and still make a difference in the game.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, but Dog Snake, if you would do that, we would globally nerf stuff. I understand. Like, it's not like we don't understand where you're coming from, but I think you also understand that game balance is like the more important point here, and that this is a class-wide change. And we did it this way in the past as well, for example, with the smoke changes and so on. Okay, Salem, I think you're going to be next, unless you want to show me a juicy broadside.
Oh, he's turning broadside into you as well.
I'll take care of the radar cruiser first, just to help. There's more stuff. He should be dead. Nope.
Verily. Nothing like overkill citadels.
No. So, are you going to give me broadside later on? That Montana looks juicy as well.
The Alsace should be good, actually.
Also, one thing to keep in mind, the shells are very fast. I should have punished him.
Alsace is a good target for you, probably next.
Yep.
Although he's turning in.
He turned in.
You can have your own spotter plane. Conway plane.
Balanced ship. I mean, that's why it's still in testing. But overall, it's also the enemies are giving me so much broadside for no reason. I don't understand why, but I will definitely punish it. I mean, now he's actually angling. But the question is he going to get greedy?
Vladivostok isn't angled if you can make the shot.
He's not spotted for me right now.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the thing. Usually greed wins at some point. That someone wants to get the rear turret in.
There he's open again.
So, yeah, well, I want to help with the shimmer. Surprised the Midway is going for Delaney, not for the Iowa or Harugumo next to him. So now we have the situation. He's turning away. Is he turning out? I think so.
Vladivostok again, okay.
Ah, too late. It's a double fire. Oh, friendly torps, always the worst. Super, yeah. We are actually adjusting the HE bombs from the Midway, but not too much for BBs, but mostly for DDs.
Superya says, "Hello, you two. I have just one question. When are you gonna nerf Midway bombs?"
I
you did? Oh,
I just answered
sorry.
it.
Good, fine. Hello, MrConway Crysantos. How are you both doing? Says Chris Gross P. I'm doing fine.
Doing fine. Can't really complain today.
Been a fun week. Oh, nice Midway drop coming into the hipper. Oh, he's no. Goodbye.
Here are the torps from the shimmer. This way, I mean, this battle I'm playing, I wouldn't say passively, but because the enemy team is just circling around, not really going for the objectives. I'm allowed to just do what I want here and put myself in a position where I can just keep tanking in the position that is the most preferable to me, which is bow on. Clearly, I don't want to show that broadside. You saw the citadel, and I'm just allowed to do what I want. And that's a little bit of like enemy fault by moving all of the ships to one flank. That makes them down he goes, and we win. That was the big enemy team's mistake here, to just focus on one side, and then you get outflanked. Because these ships, if they wanted to, for example, tank the ships in the north, they needed to show broadside to me and to the other ships that were with us. So they were kind of in a hard spot. And in this like on this map in general, you don't want to be caught behind the islands, because there's no way you're going to get out of there.
Okay, I want to play one more game in the Henri and experience what it's like with
premium consumables.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I'm aware.
Would be nice if you moved the legendary
It doesn't.
missions.
What happened? It doesn't even have upgrades. Oh, I don't know.
Oh god! Oh god!
Who can?
This is this is just us. Stone cold professional, absolutely. But it's funny because Mr. Conway, like, he's usually very organized and so on, but when it comes to his ships, like sometimes it's one of these things. It's either
But there's so many of them. There's so many ships,
being basically equipped without modules,
and it's
or premium consumables.
It's getting better now as well, right? And we're putting a lot of effort into it. But the interface used to be so slow. It took so long to equip.
You blame it now on the interface?
And I have so many ships, and then you keep getting new. I don't know. I'm blaming someone else.
Oh wow. You're just the best, guys. Yes.
But yeah, this is pretty, like, this is legitimately pretty much the worst I've done in a long time.
By the way, guys, how many ships do you have in port, Mr. Conway?
Do you go for range, by the way?
I would play with main battery modification first, for faster reload. If you feel like you're like you kind of need more range, and you can still go back to it. But always
signal flags. What are signal flags? Who needs a speed flag or a repair flag? Oh god.
What is he torping from back there? Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretentious what that guy did, but overall, there's no such thing as a friendly torpedo. As soon as that torpedo is in the water, it's the enemy. Joanna, honestly, not sure whether to go for French cruisers or BBs next. Probably BBs, since you just did Japanese, German, and US light cruisers. So if you would go for French cruisers, having the experience from light cruisers is going to help you a lot, because you know that you don't really have armor. But going for the French BBs, for me, the French BB lines was one of the most fun lines that we introduced in the past 2 years. Super fun to play, super nice grind to tier 10. It was just like all of the ships were really enjoyable to play. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be a different experience. And they're still very fast with the speed boost.
Yeah. I have 199 ships in port.
Okay. So we see 305 for Nepturian. So he's definitely beating me, because I have 302 over here. I'm missing the CVs. But outside of that, and you're ready. Oh, we have Alelos who wants to play with us. Can you give me division rights?
Yes. It's also the last game of the evening.
Yes. Hey, didn't I invite you?
No, you're the boss.
Yeah. You need the 200 ship, so chat can see the reward. Well, actually, could you buy 2 more ships?
I've previously had more ships than this.
But then,
what do you mean? Test ships and stuff.
Okay.
So I think I even got the 250 achievement, or 200. I don't know.
No. Will be a doubloon discount on the ships in the game client anytime soon. Promaxas, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Wait. Let me just double check. Wait. Port UI will take a break, and then we'll be back.
I just got one more whistler from G Monkey. Sorry, G Monkey, but you were too slow. And Draganov, you failed us for the last time. Sorry, like we potatoed, you potatoed.
Okay,
we will
potato. Check what kind of upgrades I have. Cool. Okay, let's push that battle button.
Let's do it.
Any news about reworked operations? OB Owen, we published some news on Monday on both the EU portal and on the dev blog globally about basically we're going to add CV bots to co-op. Operations are still a bit away. We need to finish some other things about CVs before we can tackle that, but it's definitely on our to-do list. But it will take a few weeks or months. Tanis, you started answering my question. Can you finish, please? Okay, I probably got interrupted.
And
would be nice if you moved the legendary missions to their own mission option instead of in personal missions. Well, they're in personal missions. I don't really think we can easily move them to the other menu. So, I'll pass that along to our devs, but unlikely that's going to happen now that they're basically established in the personal missions. So what do we have? Oh, we do have a Babeda with Toby Esso, one of our King of the Sea organizers. Let's we have Gearing, Shimmer, Moskva, Sound, Des Moines. Okay, I think we can be pushy.
Oh, wow. I'm sure Toby's
Until
watching
when,
as well.
Fumtu is asking, until
sniping.
when the laser will be buyable for tokens? Should be until the end of update 8.4. So it should be until the... Should be in the client, like something like 27th of June or something.
Can we have a man cave port like Flamus? A what? A man cave port like Flamus. I'm confused.
Are there any other new ships Wargaming is planning to release in the future and they haven't been featured yet? Marcus, the answer is yes. Yes,
many,
we do.
Many.
And amazing ships like Beep and Merp and, of course... I'm sorry, Marcus. We like if they haven't been featured yet, then we're not allowed to do that because we do that on a global scale. So I'm sorry, but I'm sure there's going to be some new announcements at some point.
Someone modded the Azure Lane port into a total man cave.
I haven't seen that one
Wild
yet.
Frankie,
I haven't seen that one yet.
Post a link to a screenshot.
Yes. But I would like that was my first reaction when I saw the Azure Lane port because I'm not a big anime fan. It's like this looks great, but I want it to be my living room, with like a proper TV and everything. That would be amazing. I would love that port. Oh, you actually pushed it than me. I'm sorry. I'm going to move a bit more. Still a man cave then? Well, man cave is just a kind of term for that kind of setup, right? Any chance of a dispersion buff for certain German ships? Unlikely. Simply because the...
Damn it, Toby's firing at me, and I'm broadside right now. This is not good, not good.
It's okay, he's only in the Pobeda.
He missed. Take that, Toby. Stream sniper.
Take that, Toby.
I'll be having words with you after this stream. Which is funny, because I'm actually going to have words with him after the stream.
Dispersion buff for certain German ships. Also unlikely because German ships are actually performing quite okay. So there shouldn't be any need for that. But if we see a need, then you can be sure that we'll look into it. And he gets the instant fire. Our Yamato is very brave. And reversing. Mr. Rock. Be as manly as the Rock and please push up. It's a lot of torps, but it should be fine.
Or even as manly as Mr. Conway will do.
That's true. Mr. Conway is very manly when it comes to playing BBs.
I got the fire on Toby. Oh, yes.
Come on, keep Citadel. Slightly too high for that. Yeah, I'll have to back up. This is something that, in general, I feel is sometimes a bit annoying in the Russian BBs, that you rely very much on your team to be a bit pushier, and if you're the only BB pushing, then that's sometimes a bit of a frustrating experience. No. Let me use that island properly, please. I don't think I'm going to survive here very long.
God damn it. I taunted him too much. He got me back.
Yeah, this is not going to last very long.
Can you shoot the... Oh, okay, you're dead.
There's just 6. I'm just focus fired. Not much I can do. But at least the Elzas and Yamato are fine when it comes to HP. But that's in general. Sometimes a bit tricky to find the balance when playing the Kreml. Because you want to be, you need to be a bit closer up. Because it's not a good ship for range. but then it's very easy to get just focused down. So it's usually a bit tricky if you want to play it properly. Fun game? It happens, man. It happens. I was also a bit too pushy on my side, but I was trying to, help the Grozovoy, and then if you have 6 ships just focusing you because there's nothing else for them to shoot, then not much you can do. But I was caught here, which was my personal mistake. Oh, sorry. Basically, just here on this island, I could have maneuvered around this one, but the enemy team just played better. That's the answer. And you can see the amount of focus fire they're able to put on, for example, the DD here. With the Des Moines pushing the radar button, and then the gearing and the Montana just punishing this. It's very well played here by the Smoot clan. Good team play. Oh, Obi-Wan, we had plenty of these questions. If you only had a DD to smoke you, no, Tanis, that wouldn't have saved me, because a smoke wouldn't, like, they would have still be able to hit me in the smoke. With the division they are able to hit.
It's such a small ship.
Yes, it's a very small ship, that's true. How's the other flank looking?
It's overall looking pretty bad.
No, the other flank is actually quite okay. They should be able to win the other flank. The Iowa is quite low, and all of the ships are quite healthy. Yeah, have a good one, Alelos. Bad luck. Yeah, it happens, man. Thanks for the game. But in general, that's something that I usually try to get across to players is, play as a team. Help your teammates. If you see that there are 3 guys going for a cap, don't stay in the back. Use them as basically your meat shield. But just be helpful. Because by the time when you basically when whatever is in front of you is dead, by that time you're going to be not really sitting there with a lot of damage that you dealt. And you will suddenly be completely outnumbered, outgunned, and you will go down within 2 minutes.
The focus from
Any chance of getting a T-Rex kept in the future, GG? I would love to. But I think it's going to be hard to figure out the lore to get the T-Rex in here. The question is, are they focusing the Kreml or Crysantos? Both at the same time. Mr. Conway seems tense. He's trying to not lose this match. That looks juicy. That looks like a juicy Slava. Oh, slightly too low.
So the reload booster comes in.
You're over-penetrated.
12 over penetrations. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, welcome to Hippo Troll Armor sometimes. Can Wooster's sister ship be added to the game, Simon? Maybe in the future. Is there any plan to give C SmackDown players and a patch or a more attractive flag? Cardias, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, but maybe. Maybe in the future. I can definitely suggest it. T-Rex captain confirmed. Do they have captains for you? No, not at this point, but hopefully at some point in the future. In the weekly operation Defense of Naval Station Newport, that needs to be revised. Some AI ships get stuck on islands while other disregard player ships and go straight for shore installations.
Cheeky bugger! Like, he's brawling with an Alsace at like 500 meters, but no, he'll find time to snipe Conway across the map.
If you see something like this, Obi, please send us a bug report, for example, through customer support, or you can just let us know on the forums, and then we can look into it. Because we need to see the replay when that happens, and then we can report it to our devs.
Yeah. Good game, though. It turns out Henri is a good ship if you equip it with modules and signal flags and premium consumables.
Yeah.
If not, not so much.
Maybe I'll go for 3 more questions, and then that's gonna be it for today. Will we see more of the arms race game mode? I think so. I think it's okay. Let me put it this way: it's very likely, but I can't promise it right now. But I'm sure there's going to be some more arms race. When can we expect the Fletcher class USS Conway?
I've asked.
He already discovered this ship, and we already asked. But I think it'll take some convincing in St. Petersburg to get people to implement the USS Conway.
Yes, it's a non-trivial task, unfortunately. Otherwise, if it was in my power, USS Conway.
Which AA ship is the best for AA? I think it's still the Minotaur. AA-wise, if you build it for that. Best cheese? Okay, that's going to be the last question.
Ooh.
Best cheese?
Careful, you're about to unleash another Cold War in Europe.
Yes, I'm going to probably insult all of the French guys, but my favorite cheese is Gorgonzola. I'm sorry, but it's a really good smelly cheese. Mr. Conway?
I like a super aged Parmesan just because of the amount of things you can do with it. It's just the best ever.
Yeah, guys. So, just to highlight what happened in today's episode of weekly community stream with Mr. Conway and Crysantos is we tested a PTS, so please go check it out. Test the CV changes, test the upcoming ranked season, go test the new map. And we lost Mr. Conway at the end of the stream, and then we also named this beautiful torpedo. It's a torpedo, chat. Just going to remind you, called Sigmund Freud Dickens. Yes. Beautiful one. Then we have is the biggest. Actually, we have at this point we have 3 torpedoes. Yeah. So we have this here is Torpezus, which you saw the first time on the Shipstorm stream, right, Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Do you want to say anything into the microphone?
No.
No. Then we have Torpnelius.
Torpnelius is so big.
It's so big. It doesn't even fit.
It doesn't
the screen.
Doesn't even fit in the.
And then the newest edition is Sigmund Freud Dickens. And we hope that you guys want to get some torpedoes because I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there when it comes to plushy torpedoes.
Yes.
That we're going to have some cool stuff for you. And then you can, I don't know, fight with the baby torps to the death. Do like a proper Hunger torpedo games. Who knows? Okay, guys. I think that's it for today.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to raid somebody on Twitch.
So
if you are on YouTube and you want to see another streamer, come join us on the Twitch chat and we'll go raid some contributor. I don't know who yet.
Let's have a look who is available today.
Yes, and otherwise, guys, don't forget, free XP conversion is on discount this week. So if you want to convert some stuff, do it this week because it's instead of 25-1, it's 35-1, like per doubloon XP that you can convert. What else? Lenin is on sale. Fun ship if you like brawling in BBs. It's very good for that. And I think that's it for me at least. Saying goodbye, Torps in hand. Yeah, Bulgod. Because we can. Wait, people watch this on YouTube? Absolutely, because if you're on Twitch and you don't know this, we do have an official YouTube channel where we also stream. Basically stream on both platforms. So whatever you prefer, whatever platform you prefer.
Okay, so how I actually think
who do we? Oh, we have Private Penguin.
I kind of feel like we should make Private Penguin speak English.
Yes, because the cool thing is that Private Penguin, he's German, he does speak English, and he struggles a bit when the transition happens. So guys, let's go rate Private Penguin.
And everybody say, what should we go with? We need some chat spam, some good copy pasta.
Chat, what are we going to do? We should say, gosh, you're pretty.
Absolutely. Everybody.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
There we go. This is the approved. So I want everybody to copy paste this message, right? And then I want to see nothing but that in that chat for quite a while. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you again next Thursday, same time, same place. Have a great evening, and yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Did somebody actually? We need to actually. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.